Alrighty, Aquarius, what's up? We're back with your annual prediction regarding what can you expect. I do read for Western and Vedic astrology, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, whatever placement you're tapping in for. It makes me know, never mind. With that being said, typically I read for elements, but at the beginning of the year, I thought it would be nice if I was to give you guys an almost personal reading. With that being said, I still am taking personal readings. Check me out in the description box where you have access regarding how to book a personal reading, more info about my main channel, my Patreon, where I offer exclusive content. There's hundreds of videos available over there. I do offer free trial for those of you who are interested if you want to try the milk before you buy the cow. And if you're interested in tapping in with me on other social media platforms, all the information will be detailed below, along with a devotional prayer in the description box. If you happen to be watching for a Sagittarius or someone who has Sagittarius placements in their chart, the timestamps below are there for your convenience. For the cross-watchers portion, if you, a Sagittarius, would like to know what someone would tell somebody they were inquiring where to get a reading or something like that about you throughout the year, check out us in the timestamps below for the cross-watchers portion. Without further ado, let's just dive straight into your reading. I want to first start off with a scripture. It's 1:1 on the clock. It's a message for you with the angel number, but I did a scripture for everybody else, and I feel like it's only fair that I give you one as well. Your scripture is going to be Job chapter 31 verse 1. I made a covenant with my eyes not to look lustfully at young women. So, Aquarius, I feel like that with this, some of you guys, I'm not gonna lie, somebody here is battling, like, homosexuality. Somebody is suppressing their sensuality and their sexuality. That's a message for somebody. But for others of you guys, I think that you are, either as a woman, you're being called not to sexualize yourself, or you're feeling like, well, either you just had a daughter, and it's like, well, I want to make sure that I'm representing myself in a way that isn't hypocritical when it comes to my child, or divine masculine is like, well, I don't want to subject women to an energy that makes me creepy or wrong, or do anything that is just like contrary to the way I've been raised, or doing things that will make somebody uncomfortable, or I want to grow up, like I was telling, what was that? I can't think if it was Sagittarius or Virgo, but one of them I was saying, when you become a man, you put away childish things. Something like that can be significant. So for a lot of you guys, you're battling temptation of the flesh or worldly temptation. I also can see where somebody here could be considering getting work done. But I feel like if that applies, this would be somebody that, the insecurities that you have, they aren't justified. I'll tell you that much. For a lot of you guys, this could be a warning. If you were considering surgery, I don't normally get into people's business, but if you were considering getting another surgery done, see, I said another. Some of you guys already have had some procedures done. You get too much done, you're going to start looking like Lil' Kim. Stop while you ahead. All right? This could be a warning. Somebody here just wants your money, and they going to bot you the fuck up. Don't get no fix a flat in your ass. Don't get no ass shots. Don't go do nothing in your face. Leave your body alone. Okay? Because some of you guys are feeling tempted to go do something, and I normally don't tell people, because typically I'm like, if it's your body, it's your choice, but I can literally see where it's gonna go wrong, because we have how people perceiving you the year ahead. Some of you guys, you gaining weight, and then you might end up finding out you're pregnant. Somebody here could be perceiving you as weight conscious, or body conscious. Like, some of you guys are going to go get, people you could be talking about, hey, I want to get work done for somebody here. I want to get this fixed. I'm unhappy with the way this looks. I want to go change this. And people are concerned about it because they feel like that you aren't seeing yourself accurately. There's some people who are perceiving you that way. Now, for others of you guys, it may not be about, a surgery. For some of you guys, it could be like a reduction or something like that. But who was that? Kanye West's mom that passed away when she went to go get a reduction. I'm telling you, at least for this year, thug it out. Try to find another alternative to cope with what you have, or to change what you have, something natural, because for a lot of you guys, I'm telling you, there's a mad scientist out here. I'm not gonna hold you. Now, for others of you guys, somebody here needs to, it's weird for me to say this, Aquarius, but you might need to lay off on listening to Mariah the Scientist. Some of you guys are comparing your body to hers, but the reason I say lay off listening to her, and I love her, down, but some of her music could be not for nothing altering your moods in a way that's unnecessary. Especially if you're in a happy and a healthy relationship, you don't need to be listening to what does she have? She isn't half of me. You don't need to be listening to that, okay? Because a lot of you guys, you are sensitive energetically. You can't go watch a bunch of violent shit because you're liable to feel testy or irritable afterwards. You can't go listen to a bunch of trap beats, at least for the year ahead. You know, it's like that. But you're emotional, okay? You're emotional. For some of you guys, you could be experiencing, like, if it's not body image issues, but it's like chest pain. But I feel like I'm talking to somebody that every time they get a symptom, they go on Google, and Google tells you that you're about to die, and then you overthink, and you become this, like, overbearing, like, person, you know, because you looking too deep into stuff. Some of you guys need to seek medical help and medical professionals. Let me put it that way, because I don't want to make you more scared. Like, and seek the opinion of more than just one. Don't just take what one person says as face value. Like, genuinely, like, make sure that you're asking multiple professionals and you're doing your own research about things, and you take your time before you make drastic adjustments. Some of you guys are having imbalances because you've been prescribed something and you're not taking it as often as you should. Whether it's birth control, antidepressants, what have you, right? Keep that in mind. It's not everybody, but that's just something that somebody here that's tapping in is experiencing. But for a lot of you guys, Aquarius, you might even be making like some aesthetic changes. You could have changed a skincare product recently and noticed like a positive, you know, reaction. It might have initially been like a peel. Maybe you got like a chemical peel done or something like that. Somebody got a chemical peel recently. But something's paying off, you know. I think that you guys are learning what works for you. Like for me, I can't use the hair products that everybody uses. It don't work all the time. Like the old school works, okay? The Frenchies grease, the Blue Magic, the olive oil, the Bronze Bros. You understand what I'm saying? The main tail is what works for me. I can't use all the other shit because I break out. If for some of you guys, it's a lot about you maybe need to get back to the basics. You might be the type of person where you can't put all that perfume shit on you. Break you out. If you anything like me, so you gotta go back to basics. Like I have to make my laundry detergent. Can't go buy the shit because I break out. For a lot of you guys, like your skin or your body is having certain reactions and you thinking that it's something else, right? But really, you might need to go back to maybe growing your food. I was talking about this for my year prediction. So check that out because there's some messages for you there on my main channel. And I also reposted it on my community board. So if you need help finding it, it's on my community board for this page as well. But you may need to go back to basics. Eating, you know, food that literally not just has an organic sticker, but go to a market. You understand what I'm saying? Making stuff yourself if you can. You could benefit from that. Because a lot of the things that you're experiencing regarding like acne, breakouts, weight fluctuation, mood swings, health concerns, it's largely due to the fact that you are consuming things that are by design meant to make you sick. Not gonna hold you. Now, as we progress through your reading, people are a little bit concerned about you, worried. You might be a little bit, how do I say this? Like, I don't know. There's something that people are concerned about regarding their health. People might be looking at either you have poor self-image this year and concerned about that, or they could be concerned about, you know, your health overall. Maybe you got into an accident recently, or you will, and they're concerned about how you're going to pull through. Maybe this is about, you know, if you were in the military or something like that, people could be concerned about like your emotional stability and your health. Some people could also be concerned about like your health, like related costs. So hospital bills or something like that. But people are concerned for you for the year ahead. And I feel like these are people that I feel like that you are telling like little to no details to. Some of you guys are going to get some sort of like, if you did get into an accident, you probably hit somebody. And like their insurance is probably billing you this year. Random message, but somebody here that can apply for you. But for others of you guys, this could be like a concern surrounding like, I hope they're okay. Like they're not talking. They usually text us. They usually call. They're usually more involved. I hope they're okay. You could just be in your little shell. And, you know, Aquariuses are known for falling off the face of the map. So I don't know why they're acting like this is brand new. Because I don't even know you, and I know this is normal behavior for you, but people are perceiving it as abnormal for some whatever reason. But people are concerned. They're hoping that you're okay mentally, you know. You could just be cutting people off and not updating them. Who knows, right? Overall, I do see you very happy in a relationship. Not gonna lie, like giving love, feeling love, sharing love, making love, they says. Making a lot of love. You know, making it rain, squirting all over the place. Ski, ski, ski. But I see for a lot of you guys, like you and your partner, y'all been together a while, but it might have been a conversation like, I need space. You know, like I kind of feel like we own each other all the time. Like, I still like you, but can we live in different places? And they might be like, cool, I feel the same way. Or can we, like, you know, like y'all relationship dynamic is going to look different than what people expect or what they think you should do. Libra got this as well. But it's going to be balanced, because I feel like for a lot of you guys, you miss having a certain level of independence. Some of you guys are co-parenting, but also staying in a relationship. It's kind of weird. It's like, I don't know. Maybe it's too much for you to have, like, for somebody out here, the baby and the baby's parent in the house. Like, that might not be ideal for you. You might need a break, or you might be picking up another hobby. Like, you and your partner, like, y'all are redefining what, you know, you want this relationship to look like and how you want it to be performed. You know, I think that you and a partner are also going to be working out together. Maybe you have gained weight with your partner. It's like, God damn it, I got with this motherfucker that could cook their ass off, and now I gain weight. Somebody here can feel that way, you know. But I see you and this person like working towards a goal overall with one another. And I think that you guys are going to be consistently growing in love. And something that was on your chest regarding like, okay, how do we bounce back? Or how do I tell this person, like, I wanted space, but now I want them back in my space, or they in my space, but I want quiet time while we're around each other. Like, whatever it is that's just been sitting in your heart, they feel the same way, and y'all are going to be able to balance things and work things out. This could talk about, like, you know, restoration after a separation of some sort. Maybe y'all were engaged, called the engagement off or whatever, and maybe it's just been like, okay, y'all delayed the wedding or whatever, right? But you guys are going to be okay. Put it that way. 7 of Cups talks about, like, in finances. I'm not going to lie, like, there's something that I feel like people told you wasn't going to be successful that's going to work for you. And I also feel like that for a lot of you guys, like, IRS might be on your ass this year. Like, for some reason, IRS is in your business. For some of you guys who pay child support, this could be a thing. Like, somebody might put you on child support. You might be like, what the fuck? Like, what is this about? Or they might garnish wages. But for others of you guys, this is like them wanting to feeling like, oh, like your account, like I talked about this as well in my collective reading for, you know, the world. Check it out. I'm telling you, it's a lot of messages I'm not going to keep repeating, but it's something about like your account, like you touching money and they be like, where's this money coming from? We gonna shut this shit down. I see that, you know, but I see you getting a career and being successful in it. And the people that are going to support you is your chosen family, or the family that you create, more than the family that you was born into. When it comes to your career endeavors, you might go full time in something that people feel like is not ideal, but you're going to be kind of like, not for nothing, like making your own path or way, regarding making money. You know, you're going to be getting it in a way that involves like peace. Like, you're going to be making money and honestly living life, being comfortable. You understand what I'm saying? It might involve you being at a table with the house. Like, you might get a work from home job, or you might get a job that's real easy. Like, it's like you can make your own schedule. It's not that complicated, you know? Like, if I want to, I can go deliver Amazon orders at this particular time, you know, and I can still go home and focus on my whatever endeavors or whatever. Some of you guys might decide that you want to work at a bar. That might be something you do. Some of you guys might do nightlife or something like that. But whatever it is, you're going to be completely different than those. Whatever you do, whether this is entrepreneurship endeavor, you know, if you do work a 9 to 5, it's going to be unconventional, the one that you get. Or if you work in a like a nightclub, something like that, you're going to be different than the people that they try to label work those jobs. Like, people might say that, oh, lazy people work from home. And you're not going to be lazy because you're going to be doing like 30 billion different things while at home doing this. But it's like you're going to juxtapose what people say is one way. Some of you guys, this could be like, I don't know, I'm not in the military, but I don't know. I don't know the proper terminology. I would have to talk to my papa about this, or my uncles or cousins, because I'm not in the Navy, Marines, none of that, military. But I don't know. The term deployed came to mind. I don't know what the fuck that means. It's gonna apply to what it applies to. Child, I have no idea what that means, but something like that could be significant. Some of you guys, not gonna lie, you might go gambling. You might hit though, but it's gonna start something. So don't get too into it, because you end up losing a lot. But I feel like you might hit good sum. It's like Prize Picks or whatever, or parlaying. You might get you some money on it. Not gonna lie. But overall, I feel like that for a lot of you guys, for this where it applies, because not everybody reads cards online, but if you do, you might get back to this, and you might notice your views might fluctuate, and you might be like, what the fuck? What's going on? Or you might feel as though somebody else is, like, I don't know, like there might be a reader in particular that you underestimated that might surpass you. So I'm hearing the term friendly competition. And I feel like this is somebody like your guilty pleasure that you kind of was, enjoying watching from the sidelines. But they might, low key, either somebody's going to call you out in a reading, or it's like an energy surrounding, like, they're going to be rising on the rise. And it might be something where, for those of you who do read cards, you might have gotten comfortable in it. And I'm reminded of the story of the tortoise in the hare. Only because the Five of Swords says defeat in this card, and I see cards literally laid out. I see, for those of you who are Aquarius and you read cards, if like your views might go down this year or fluctuate. And you may have to, it might be due to the fact that you're doing different things and edits and stuff. But that's probably because you're comparing yourself to other people in the same industry. Pause. I know everybody not a reader. I'll get back to you guys in a second. But for those of you who are, it's like, even if it's not cards, it could be something else that you do. But comparison is the biggest thief of joy. And if you change up your whole flow to match somebody else that's achieving the level of success, you can't get what's destined for you trying to copy what they have. Like, it's not going to work for you. But, for others of you guys, it's going back to that gambling thing. Somebody here is getting into like poker and gambling or whatever. And it's almost like a little bit of an addiction. I'm not going to lie. And you're going to win real big. And if you keep going, you're going to lose something. So if it's not the tarot thing, then it's that, We talk about your mental health for a lot of you guys. I feel like that somebody might tell you you're slipping. Okay? This isn't like you. You're not yourself when you're hungry. Like the Snickers commercial. Not going to lie. Like some of you guys are going to be mean because you are eating shit that you don't like the way it tastes. Not gonna lie, it's like once you probably didn't have some really good food, and you're gonna have to be real more disciplined with yourself, and it's gonna have you moody and snapping on people. I also can see where a psychiatrist might tell you something that might have you clutching your pearls, like, bitch, you in my backpack for real, like, I need you to chill. Or you might be, I don't know, this might be somebody, like I said, for those of you who watch tarot consistently, somebody gonna call you out. This person may be an Aries, but you're gonna be like, you all up in my backpack, like, back up. But it's a healthy accountability, though, because the Emperor, he has, proper authoritative leadership. He's a knowledgeable leader. So somebody gonna have you with something that's gonna be like, oh. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, it is a reader. You know what I'm saying? I'm an Aries, but there's no guarantee it's gonna be me. This could be either a masculine reader or Aries reader, guaranteed. Or somebody that's in psychology, like a psychologist or somebody that does like motivational speaking, something like that. Somebody gonna tell you something, but they're gonna call you out spiritually, because it's also representing like your spirituality as well with the magician. Was this magician? Yeah, this is a magician. It's a magician being here. Like, somebody's gonna call you out, and you're gonna have to sit with that. You're gonna get called out at some point this year about something, an action that you are taking or not taking. But it's gonna be different for all of you guys. I know you're like, girl, which one is it? Child, we gonna fucking see. It's your life, shit. But somebody gonna have you stuck with the, looking crazy. But it's a good type of shake up. It's like, you know what, you right. It's one of those like, oop, okay, let me get it together. And it could just literally be you not on your P's and Q's. You got too comfortable with something, and you felt like you didn't need something, and somebody may tell you, like, either this is like regarding God, like God humbling you, like you feel like that You could see, like, now you don't need me because you're not poor anymore. Now you don't need me now that you're not this anymore. This could be a medication that you guys are deciding for yourself that you don't need anymore. Many people do this all the time. Somebody might call you out and be like, well, sounds like you're not on your medication. And you probably need to tell your psychiatrist this as an example. Like, you probably wouldn't be having these problems if you was praying. Or you probably wouldn't be having these problems if you was doing the exercise that I told you. Did you even do that? Didn't think so. So how about we try what I've already told you to do and then come back? We can circle back on this conversation. But until then, let's put a pin in it. Like, you might have one of those moments where somebody might get you together. This could be a friend, a family member. Also could be a Virgo, somebody that's like no nonsense. Somebody that'll tell you like no. Like, no nonsense. Because it could be that somebody that has Aries energy. Because I know as an Aries, like, we're not the friends that's going to sit there and tell you what you want to hear. That's why I start off every reading and tell you guys it's a sugar-free reduction. Because I'm going to get you by them BBs. Yep. Them Cocoa Puffs on the back of your neck. I'm going to grab them and drag them. Because it's no need for us to sit in there and pretend like we don't see the elephant in the room. Something like that could be significant. Somebody here just recently just touched their neck. Because they was like, damn, how she know? Get out my kitchen. My bad. Yeah, I'm in your backpack. I'm in your backpack. When it comes to your physical health, though, you're going to get tired of something. You're going to be taking something more seriously. Like, okay, I need to lock in. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is getting out of hand. Something is getting out of hand to your liking. And you're going to be wanting to get serious about it. And it's like cold turkey. And I'm not going to lie. Other people are going to be like, damn, bro, I don't want kale for Thanksgiving. I don't want no fucking, like, what Blueface say? Fix my plate right. Because she had him with some apples, some boiled eggs, and some steak. Like, you might be forcing this on other people as well, possibly your partner, and they might be like, man, what the fuck, bro? Really? Spinach, boiled eggs, and apples with some steak? No, bro, no. But you're gonna be like, yes, we're gonna live long. And you're gonna give them like some sort of like, well, do you want to die? Do you want to be fat? Let's watch my 600-pound life. How about that? Like, it's giving that like extreme, like, manic behavior. Not gonna hold you, but hey, I'm not a doctor. I'm just telling you what I see. 222 on the clock. But anywho, when it comes to your platonic connections, you're gonna be kind of more introverted than ever, if that's even possible for you guys. But people are gonna be like, what's wrong? Why aren't you talking? And you're gonna be like, I just know how to say. You might be really sleepy too. People might call you. You might be like, yeah. It's like watching the phone ring. Like, not around here, bro. Not today. I think I like this little nap. It's giving like, D&D all year. Not wanting to be bothered. And honestly, that's what I'm saying. It's just one of them years where you just live by yourself. Health is wealth. And you're, honestly, how do I say this? Like, it's a way to put it, but you don't want to be bothered this year, Aquarius. Honestly, it just feels like you in your own zone. You understand what I'm saying, Aquarius? Not gonna lie, like, you focused on yourself. You got some discipline shots. You're taking your discipline shots. Yep, that's what it is. Aquarius is taking her discipline shots. So, yep. That being said, this will be a reading. As always, I love you guys to the moon and back. And around those socials, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Alright, we're trying to see if you're dealing with an Aquarius in the romantic sense. What do you need to know about this Aquarius? They're dealing with a person romantic sense, spiritual and God prospectors. What you know? Sun, Rise, Venus, Western Vedic astrology. They're dealing with an Aquarius. What should they know about this Aquarius for the year ahead? Fuck it. Okay. Oh, they feeling very passionate about something. They kind of, I don't want to say they argumentative, but y'all might get into it about stuff that really ain't got nothing to do with y'all. Like, they might be going through some stuff. They might be a little depressed. It's given they might have a Britney Spears moment, cut off all their hair, dye it drastically, a really loud color. I don't know. They're having like a little bit of an identity crisis. Maybe they just had a kid. Maybe they just got older. But they're having a hard time figuring out their style, what they want for themselves, who they want to look like, what they want to do. And they might push you away this year, So they might like to wear crazy or funny socks. whoever this Aquarius is, but they're having like some, like you and this person. You may also have Aquarius in your chart because it feels like that you and this person are gonna be bumping heads. Like, and y'all don't want to. It's not like you want to break up or anything like that. It just feels like that you guys are growing and one person wants change and the other person feels like, well, you liked me for who I was when I got here. Why do I have to change? Because you want to change. So there's that, that's going on. But somebody's going through change and it's manic, like it's giving mental health-esque issues or related things. I can't see which Aquarius is going to be the most happy when they're creating. For a lot of you guys, this Aquarius, they feel the most inspired when they're going through pain. So I don't want to say they're inflicting things intentionally so that they can feel creative, but there may be what's going on. Like, or they might be testy or irritable or blaming you for something because something isn't done right. But it's because they made a mistake. So it's like, let's just say they burned some food. You might have been talking to them, but they gonna swear up and down they burnt it because you was talking to them. What? If they mess up something that they were editing or accidentally delete something or something isn't recording or something like that, they gonna swear up and down somehow, some way it was your fault. They are deflating like a motherfucker. Like, okay, be for real. They're doing a lot this year, but they feel uninspired. They feel like that, and that's what's bothering them. Typically, they can hone in on something creative, but they're trying to create something or make a masterpiece, and it feels like it's just not. It's not doing the jam. It's not doing what it needs to be, like what they wanted to do, and it's frustrating them. I feel like they're focused too much on the outcome, and the end result as opposed to the journey. And that's what's stunning their growth or their ability to see their own potential in the present moment throughout the year. It could be something to do with their body image as well. Okay. It could also be postpartum for those of you where it applies because the Empress came out. Somebody could be having body dysmorphia, not a doctor, but it's coming across like that. Or just emotional irregulation. And they just, honestly, let them have some of these arguments because it's not even them that's speaking. I just feel like this person here, they're just going through like some things emotionally this year and they need support. They feel disappointed where they are in life. They feel like that they've peaked. They're having a identity crisis. And I think that both of you guys will be kind of going through the same thing in different fonts. And y'all might be arguing and saying the same thing in different fonts. So y'all should address the sadness as opposed to the anger. Because anger is a secondary emotion and it stems from pain. So just try to remember that you guys are teammates, not enemies, at this time for the year ahead. And y'all might actually find that you're able to move to a calmer resolution a lot quicker. But if you're defensive and you're more focused on being right, then you could delay your own happiness, And I also feel like if you guys are thinking about getting married, somebody might get cold feet. It's because they're having self-image issues. Nothing to do with the other person. So that being said, this will be a reading. As always, I love you to the moon, back and around. Also, we're going to be doing your platonic version of this. If it's just platonic. Aquarius. Who does that? Is that Pretty Intuitive Tarot? Aquarius. Somebody does that. I don't know. Let me know down below in the comment section. Aquarius. Let's see. They deal with Aquarius in a platonic sense. Friend, foe, family, whatever. Co-worker, etc. Doesn't matter. Aquarius, which they know about this Aquarius. Okay, for the year ahead, Father God, Father in heaven. They're feeling uninspired. Okay. They might be comparing themselves to you, like their art and their like artistic abilities and your artistic abilities. They might have reached a plateau. They might also be jealous of your success in a certain regard for some of you guys. They could also be envious of your independence as well. Like the fact that you don't have some of the responsibilities that they have, like it might bother them the fact that you have all this opportunity. So they think from the outside looking in to do and create the things you do. They might be upset with, like I said, some of the responsibilities they have. they feel like that you're more talented than them, and that bothers them, you know? This might be somebody that's going through, like I was talking about, like postpartum depression, or they might be going through like the woes, like either terrible twos with their child, or they just might just, it's not that they regret having kids, but they might have felt like the timing was off, okay? They might feel overwhelmed by parenthood, you know? And I think that they may feel like by having kids, they might have delayed their success, or they might covet what you have because they might feel like that, well, I chose to have a family and they chose career, and look where they are. I think this person here and somebody else could be, keeping tabs on you. I think this person here, they do look to you for some sort of like advice or guidance. They are inspired by you in a lot of ways, but I think this person here, they deliberately make sure that they don't tell you that. I think this person here, they're trying to work through these emotions because they're fully aware of what it is and what they're feeling. But I think this is somebody that watches you for guidance, or that pays more attention to you than what you think, right? I think this is somebody here that may wonder how you do things. They're trying to watch you to figure out how you do what you do, you know? Not gonna lie. I think this is somebody here that feels very entertained as well by you. And they've watched you for some time, the hard work that you've put in. They watched you for quite some time. They find you to be quite entertaining, and they see your growth. And you might be like their guilty pleasure, but I feel like this is a situation when it comes to like this person here, even though you might not think they pay that much attention to you, they absolutely do, is what I want to say. And I think this is somebody that listens to your conversations that you're having with other people, and they might find like oil in it, They definitely see your value, even if they deprive you of like their validation. They see what you bring to the table. And I think this is somebody here that they keep tabs on you for sure, you know, for sure. Like they definitely keep tabs on you. They notice when you're not there, and they might catch wind about a certain level of success, and it's like you're not going to be where they left you, and that's going to like do something. Not going to hold you at some point. Either they're going to take a shot, and you're going to know it's like directed towards you, but it's not going to be. It's going to be like a slug. They're going to shoot a slug of some sort, but it's really because they're intimidated. Just keep that in mind for the year ahead. But yeah, that's just what it is. I think this person is in a space too where when they're trying to work through these emotions, because they know for a fact that like they know that they're jealous. They know they're hating, and they know it's not coming from a good place. And I think they possess enough emotional intelligence to put the work in to fix it, but they're going through a lot in their personal life. Not that it excuses their behavior because they're grown as fuck, but, I'm just here to tell you the tea. That being said, this will be your reading. Love you guys, to the money back, and around those. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.